Welcome to Emotions and Eating with Nicola-beer. Nicola controlled her feelings using food for 25 years, so she knows how draining it is to be constantly thinking about or acting out with food. Thankfully, having made an amazing breakthrough in her recovery, her mission became about helping others escape the unsatisfying cycle of frustration and self-medication with food. Nicola is determined to help you find your inner strength so you can be healthy, gain confidence, feel great, and be at peace with yourself and food.
Hi and welcome, this is Nicola-beer and I'm excited to be sharing episode 10 with you, which is why it's not your fault. Have you ever wondered why it seems like we cannot escape these intrusive thoughts and feelings about what food we are eating and how it will impact on our body, weight and lifestyle? In fact, new diets and fads are absolutely everywhere we look. Every magazine has an article about losing weight, whether it's downsizing for the summer, before Christmas, or New Year parties, or detoxing for a spring break transformation. The media is obsessed with shedding the pounds, and this makes us either eat too much or too little. It's taking our focus away from what really matters in life: love, relationships, and connecting with one another. Living your purpose and following your passions as well. Does that make sense? I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of hearing about foods that are either good or bad for you. You can't escape this food preoccupation. It's exhausting. Turn on the TV for a break from it and you'll find more and more cooking programs and every other advert telling us what food we should consume next, ranging from tempting ice cream and chocolate adverts to fast food commercials of diet shakes, diet pills. So if you've tried to stop thinking about food and your body size and image and failed, it's not your fault. If you tried to stop the binging bulimia restriction and you can't seem to stay at a natural normal body weight in a natural normal way, that's understandable. It's also not your fault. There's so much information out there and it's confusing. You've probably heard about the law of attraction by now. What you focus on, you get. Well, that's just it. We want to get away from analysing our every bite and thinking about food, but it's everywhere, so we adopt more of the behaviours that we want to be free of. So we become fixated on foods that are good for us and foods that we need to avoid, and that we spend our life avoiding this. Or doing more of restriction and more of eating. And for what? To what end are we going to get the perfect body? To what end are we going to get to the perfect weight? To what end are we going to get to the perfect shape? The problem is that the perception that media has spent a long time projecting about which is the right body type and what foods you need to eat to have that perfection is wrong. Think about it. We spend how much of our days obsessing over calories, how much we ate, how we should have said no to the extra slice, how we think about what will be our next meal, and if it's low enough in calories and fats. Whether you're one extreme or the other, the problem is the same. It's thinking about food. Whether you're the kind of person that lives your day for what you're going to eat and plans what you're going to eat in advance, sometimes days and weeks in advance, or if you're the kind of person that is trying to restrict your food and is trying to work out the calories and stuff like that, either way, it's an obsession. And the media, our culture, reinforces that obsession. If we spend all of this time on this train of thought, do you think we have time or energy to focus on things that really matter? It's going to be minimized. Things like our relationships with our loved ones, romantic, our children, family, whether we're happy, whether they're happy, it's less of a focus because we're focused on food. You see, the current ways of stopping emotional eating, yo-yo dieting, weight loss or weight gain often don't work out in the long run. When dealing with emotional eating, understanding food and body composition, it's not helpful. We certainly do not need more information on what diet celebrities are following, that is for sure. Do we need to know that? Do you need to know what size a celebrity is? No. Is that going to help you in your live stream? No. In my opinion, anyway. Nor do people need to know the exact breakdown of the content of every single bite that they take. Decades ago, men and women didn't have such information, and they were far healthier than we are today, according to statistics. Before the media and our culture became obsessed with promoting the latest food, the latest ideal body image, what's good, what's bad for us, people were freer and healthier. And for a lot of people, the ideal body image that is projected is unattainable for a lot of people. So we do not need to overload our minds tracking and comparing fats, carbs and protein of everything we eat, unless you really enjoy doing that and you want to do that. Because no amount of analysis helps when it comes to compulsive eating, emotional eating and harmful food control. Because our eating habits are not only about the food, there's an emotion part to it. I don't know about you, but I was sick and tired of hearing or reading what I should or shouldn't eat, or the fastest and bestest way to lose weight, or make your stomach flat. I already knew inside what was good for me already. I knew what felt good inside and that nourished me, and I was not stupid. I knew that eating natural foods like fruit and vegetables were full of healthy nutrients. I knew that cake was full of flour, sugar and fat, as I made it most of the time myself, so I knew what ingredients I was putting into it. The issue was the craving and compulsion. These two C's, craving and compulsion, were my biggest problem. I couldn't control the craving to overeat, to eat junk, or to be sick after eating. It took a hold of me, and I was stuck in a rut. From nutritionists to doctors, TV shows and well-meaning friends and family, I wanted to scream, "Yes, I am not an idiot. I do know a thing or two about food. In fact, I probably know too much about food. I know the calorie content and fat content in most foods from when I went through my anorexia days. I know what is good and bad for my health because I read about food and look at all these food articles all the time." You don't get it. It's not more food information I need. I need to forget about all this food stuff in my head. I need to get it out of my head so I can just enjoy food. Does that make sense? That's how I felt. Of course, it's a billion-dollar industry, the diet industry, and all the latest fad diets, diet foods and information overload sells. So do the media outbursts claiming that the food we have been consuming for centuries are now harmful. You know what I'm talking about. Eggs are great for you. Eggs are bad for you. Fish is good for you. Fish is bad for you. All of these flip-flopping is confusing. If you're an emotional eater or under-eater or someone who purges, it's not going to serve you because the excess weight or underweight that you're dealing with is driven by emotions and by the subconscious mind. Sure, you may have changed how you consciously view food, diet and weight in the past, and by that I mean you say to yourself, right, I'm going to think differently about food, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You may have lost or gained weight and been successful in the past. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've done that several times, only to find that you are back where you started. And this is because in order for changes to last, we need to change our relationship with food and our body at the subconscious level. We need to retrain the way we deal with emotions if we want to have inner peace and be at the weight that's healthy for our body. Now it sounds like a lot of work. It may even sound painful, but it's not. Because once we work with the subconscious mind, and that's why I've created so many hypnotherapy tracks and meditation tracks to transform how people are eating, to stop the binging, to stop the cravings, to turn to love, to feel peace instead. It's actually very easy. It's about listening to a track for 25 minutes a day for 3 to 4 weeks. And then doing some other work as well. Because we need to engage both the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind. If you're interested in finding out more about that, then do shoot me an email, nicola@purepeacecoaching.com. And if you would like to take advantage of having a peaceful eating session with me, then you can do so. In the free peaceful eating session, I share with you the one thing in your way to being free from emotional eating and food behaviours, which I can't share with you on a podcast show because it's unique to you. So I'm going to be able to talk to you, to listen to you, and then help you to identify what that thing is, and so you can start to get support and start to change it. I'm going to give you clarity on how to create lasting changes with your relationship to food. And I'm also going to be sharing with you how you can feel motivated to break free from any challenges that are holding you back. Because sometimes it's the motivation that is missing. As I mentioned, a lot of people that I work with, in fact I'd say nearly every person that I get the privilege of working with to help them break free from emotional eating, knows exactly what to eat. They know salads are good for them. They know having fish and broccoli and potatoes is a balanced meal. They know having a healthy breakfast is a great way to start the day. What they don't know is how to eat like that when you feel like crap. When you feel like, I don't even care. I'm so low. I'm so angry. I'm so lonely. I'm so fed up. I'm so stressed. And sometimes people don't even have these emotions in the surface. Sometimes people just feel they're on autopilot. They don't even think about it. It's just a habit. The compulsion is there and it's a habit. And it's become a habit because that's how they've dealt with emotions for a long, long time. So rest assured that I will not or do not need to sell you into any of my programs or get you to buy any of my meditations, because I'm here to support those who really feel called to make a difference to their life. Men and women who want to live their life more fully and who are ready to step up and claim what they deserve. If you are ready, then feel assured that our conversation will be in the strictest confidence. It will happen online and it's going to be in a loving, safe environment. And for a lot of people, they don't want to have the video on. And that's absolutely fine. It can be like a phone call, just through the internet. So if you feel like, I don't even want my face to be seen, then that's absolutely fine. I have that sometimes all the time. You see, for many of us, eating and food has become an emotional reward or punishment. A mental minefield where thoughts are obsessed with what we are eating, what shape and size we are, and how much we weigh. And so the key point I wanted to share with you in this audio is that it is not your fault. But that doesn't mean that it isn't your responsibility for change. And however you take that responsibility to change it is up to you. But that's my core belief, that it's not our fault. It's not our fault what happened to us in our childhood. It's not our fault the eating patterns we picked up from other people or from the way to deal with difficult emotions. It's not our fault that everywhere we look and turn, there's something about a diet or food. However, it is our responsibility to look after ourselves and to give ourselves the life that we truly deserve. It is our responsibility to be the best person we can, to be the best version of ourselves we can be. That's what I really believe. And that's why I'm here to help people to do that. So thank you. And I'm excited to be sharing the next episodes with you. Do join me for the journey. Do subscribe to the show. And if you are interested in booking a peaceful eating session for yourself, then I'm going to be putting a link with this episode. From my heart to yours, have an awesome day or evening ahead, wherever you are. Take care.
Thank you for listening to Emotional Eating with Nicola-beer. If you would like to find out more about her new system, aimed at getting beneath the issue of weight gain and harmful food control to eradicate the root cause of over and under eating, then you can visit her website at www.nicola-beer.com. There you'll find more free resources on how to become free and live a life you love. She also invites you to connect with her on social media. All her social media links can be found on nicola-beer.com also. Wishing you an amazing day ahead.